Taurus, welcome to your full moon reading for the month of June 2025. Welcome to the Empowered World Tarot. My name is Holly Christine, and I am here to deliver messages from Spirit for you to help you on your path. We're going to start out with Tarot of the Abyss for the baseline and clarify what comes out with the Unveiled Tarot, and we'll follow it up with an oracle card from the Power of Surrender cards by Dr. Judith Orloff. Fantastic cards. The full moon is about surrendering, about letting go. What do we need to let go of? So, what message do you have for our Taurus friends at this time, Spirit? Who needs the message? Take what resonates, leave the rest, and let's see what's going on. We let Spirit flip the cards, so there it is. 10 of Cups. Blessings on your homestead. Blessings from above on your homestead of love. Whoever you live with, there's a lot of happiness showing up at this point of the reading, followed by a painful ending, the 10 of Swords. And the Page of Pentacles, what we're investing in next. It's a learning experience for sure. And we have the High Priestess is the overall energy of your reading. That's your intuition. That's your knowing what you know. And what brings us to this reading is you are waiting with the Three of Wands. Waiting and anticipating something. All right. It's all in the clarifiers. But you start out with a happy home, and then there's an ending, and then there's an investment of your time, energy, resources, what have you, into learning something new. And my favorite card, this High Priestess, your intuition. What is going on with this High Priestess? Let's clarify. The High Priestess is about going within. She works in between both worlds, the manifest and the ethereal. She knows things that others do not know. Meditation is her thing. Going inward is her thing. She listens to what her instincts tell her. The High Priestess. What does Taurus need to know about the High Priestess? The High Priestess, the one who knows things, the knowing. What do you know, High Priestess? And we have the Empress, the Seven of Cups, and the Nine of Wands. It looks like, let's see what's at the bottom. Yeah, the Knight of Wands. It looks like if you follow your inspiration and you birth or create a choice that you want, that you're passionate about, that inspires you, it's like you know that it's going to end up leaving you wounded, leaving you hurt, leaving you energetically exhausted. You want it. You want it. It feels good. It's playful. But there's a part of you that knows that this choice is painful. It'll hurt you in the end. And you're very guarded and untrusting about this whole thing. You don't trust your decision and you don't trust your intuition. But if you did, and if you listened to it, it would tell you that this thing that you really, really want is likely a choice that would hurt you. Okay. All right, let's take a look at this 10 of cups, please. 10 of cups. All the happiness with who you live with. That's what you want. That feeling of family, whatever that is for you. Happiness where you live. You just want to be happy at home. You want to feel love. You want your love cups filled. Is that too much to ask? 10 of cups, please, Spirit. What does Taurus need to know about this 10 of cups? And we have the 7 of wands in reverse, followed by the world card and the 10 of pentacles. It looks like, let's see what's on the bottom, what brings us here, the King of Wands. It looks like you feel that if you make a decision to unblock a family stability where you have closed out this happy family scenario in the past, you speak to unblocking it. Like you've blocked it out, but now you're thinking about unblocking it so that you can gain stability. And you think that this is masterful action that you could take. So if I'm reading this correctly, it almost looks like you said goodbye to a family that made you happy in the past. You closed it off. You said goodbye. You blocked it out. And you had to work really hard to block it out because the energy kept coming at you, poking at you like, hey, come back, come talk to us, come, let's fix this, let's, get back together or something like that. But you blocked it. You said, I'm done with that part of my life. But now it looks like you're considering unblocking it for the sole purpose of gaining stability, like going back to the family because it makes your life more stable, like financially. I don't see much talk about love here. I just see stability as the thing that you're interested in creating and why you're entertaining unblocking this thing that you closed off in the past. You closed it off and you thought it was closed off for good. The world says it's over for good. It's done. This whole cycle is over. It's not part of my life anymore. I'm not entertaining it anymore. But unblocking it is what's on the table. All right, let's move on and look at this painful ending, the 10 of Swords. What does Taurus need to know about this 10 of Swords, please? Yeah, you're thinking of going back just to have stability. I don't like that. That's what it feels like anyway so far. 10 of Swords. What does Taurus need to know, please? 10 of Swords. The big reveal, the full moon reveal. 10 of Swords. I like to wait for the ones that flip. Yeah, there you go. Okay. The Sun, the King of Pentacles, and the Queen of Wands. Wow. Hmm. What once made you very happy, there's that Knight of Wands again. You want to go after it. It looks like you were once really happy with something that had a painful ending. It brought you all the bliss and joy that you could even think of that you ever wanted in life, but it ended very painfully. And you've been managing your attraction to something else all the while, all this time, trying to control it, just trying to manage it, trying to control what you're attracted to moving forward. Maybe this 10 of cups that once had you so happy in the past was such a painful ending that you just blocked it out. You said, I'm not going back there, I'm not going to do that anymore. Controlling the situation and trying to manage everything else that came after it. All of your attractions. Maybe you've had many relationships or many encounters since then of picking something other than what you had that made you really happy and that you were already attracted to that ended painfully. A lot of this is tied up to your attraction level, your desire level for a happy family. But you also need stability, and that's what you're thinking about right now. You blocked out the past, closed it off. Now you're reconsidering, but it was really painful. So even though you very much desire it and it feels good and it's a very playful thing that you used to have that you're considering unblocking, uh, you still remember the absolute pain of it. And perhaps this Nine of Wands over here is still showing your unhealed self. And you think if you go back, you think if you give birth to it again, the Empress, if you make that choice, that you have this sense that it'll just hurt you again. And you're still hurt from it. You never really healed from it. You just blocked it and tried to pick things that were satisfying your attraction, satisfying your desires as you looked elsewhere. Well, maybe if I try that, if I try that, if I try that, that looks good, that looks good, that looks good, that looks fun. But you never got over that. You never got over that original that original bliss and happiness and joy that ended so painfully. You never got over it, which is why you probably still entertain it. And you're telling yourself it's for stability, but because the pain is still there and unhealed, I just feel that there's more to it than just stability. You're worried about getting hurt. Yeah. Yeah, you're still hurt. It wouldn't matter what, if you go back, it wouldn't even matter how good it was because you don't trust it. And you're unhealed from the first round, from the first go around. That's what it looks like. All right, let's take a look at the Page of Pentacles. Making the initial investment into something with time or your energy or even your resources. What's this Page of Pentacles investing in, Spirit? What does Taurus need to know, please? You tried to manage all your future attractions based on the pain of the past. That's what this says. It was the happiest time of your life when you were before the painful ending happened, whatever that was. All right, there we go. Closest card first, and we have the 8 of Cups, followed by the 5 of Cups. All right, looks like you're just going to stay in your pain. And the Hermit, yeah. The Hermit is the deepest healing card in the tarot, but the first two cards represent, I don't give a fuck. I don't care about this. I'm moving on. I'm going to invest in moving on. It's not enough for me. I got to go someplace else. I'm grieving the past just too much. I'm still upset about the past. Focusing on all the things that didn't work out and all the depression I felt and the pain I felt. You're still invested in it is what this is saying. And the Hermit is, even though it's the deepest healing card, it's also a card of isolation. I'm just going to stay on my own and figure this out on my own. Maybe I can heal it myself. But meanwhile, you're still investing in your pain. You're investing in the not caring. I'm not going to care about that. I'm going to continue to block it. That kind of thing. So while you consider unblocking it, it looks like you're choosing everything else instead. But it's still in your mind, and you're still unhealed. You're still wounded. You need the healing. It would be best to not get involved with anyone at this time so that you heal. Actually face it instead of running away from it, facing it and healing it and not trying to get back into any kind of thing. But that would be hard to do. It's, you know. And what brings us here, the 8 of Pentacles. It would be so much repetitive work that it probably exhausts you, the idea of entertaining it, which is why it's almost like you're taking the easy way out by just saying, no, it was too painful. I'm just going to focus on that. I'm going to keep investing my mind and my energy into remembering the pain. That's what the 5 of Cups is. Remembering the pain, stuck in the past. Remember the pain and remain on your own. The Hermit, stay on your own, alone. This is something you do over and over again in your mind and then physically decide to do. It's like you're fighting what you want and never took the time to heal it. 3 of Wands, waiting and anticipating, which is what brings us to this reading. You're waiting, you're watching, you're at a distance from something. At a distance, anticipating. Watching, waiting, and anticipating at a distance. A short distance. It's not a real long distance. It's short enough or close enough to you that you can see it. You just can't touch it. Anyway, 3 of Wands. Why is it here? What does Taurus need to know about this 3 of Wands, please? 3 of Wands. What needs to be revealed to Taurus at this time? 3 of Wands. There it is. 7 of Pentacles. Both cards are waiting type of cards. The Mob. This is unique to this deck, and it's like you're going along with everybody else in the crowd. What they say, what they think, what they want, what they say you should want. Any of those type scenarios. You're going along with it, but you feel very differently. It's making you sick inside by going along with everybody else. You want something different than what you're doing, is what this card tells me. 4 of Pentacles, and it has a hold on you. You don't want to let go of something that has a hold on you. And what brings us to that part of the lineup? The Five of Pentacles. Abandonment, feeling lack, feeling lost, feeling forsaken, feeling out in the cold. Everybody, the rest of the crowd, maybe they all have people, they all have relationships, or if they don't, they all have a certain attitude about them. And you're just sort of going along like, yeah, I feel that way too. Fuck them, screw them, whatever, that kind of thing. But on the inside, you have some other feelings. You recognize you're still hurt after all this time. I don't know how much time, but I kind of get the feeling is this been a long time going on. A long time, like years of this possibly. Feeling lost. You haven't found your own voice, your own self, your own, because it's too painful. It's easier to go along with what everybody else is doing. You're waiting to figure it out. You're waiting for the answer to just come to you. Hopefully, this reading helps seeing everything from a bird's eye view of the energies that are here and that have been here for a long time. Let's get some final advice from the universe to close off this part of the reading before we pull an oracle card. Spirit, angels, guides, ancestors of love and light. What final message do you have to close off this reading for our Taurus friends at this full moon energy time? Page of Swords, Four of Wands, the Devil, and at the bottom, the Seven of Pentacles. Same card is right there. You're on pause trying to assess the situation, how much effort you've put into something already, to how much work and effort it would take to get to where you want to go. But this says Page of Swords, Four of Wands. You're taking another look at the possibility of a stable commitment, the possibility of a commitment here. The Page of Swords is watching, learning, looking, and at what? At a stable commitment. But it's followed by the Devil, which is unhealthy behavior patterns. It's tied up to this. By looking at this, Spirit is telling you that it is tied up to some really unhealthy behavior that has been going on for a long time. It hasn't been addressed. It hasn't been healed. And maybe looking at commitment is not something you necessarily should be doing at this time because you're unhealed from the past. Yet you're looking for it because you think it'll bring you something stable. Ten of Pentacles. Moving forward. All right. Let's get an oracle card from the Power of Surrender cards. What does Taurus need to surrender? What will empower Taurus on their journey if they surrender it? What do you want them to know, Spirit? What to surrender? What to surrender for Taurus? Whichever Taurus is going through these energies, this confusion, this pain that's been with them for a very long time. They think about the past. They think about their happiness that they used to have, that they've tried to block every single attraction that was just like that after that. Oh, there we go. Surrender your fear of change is your card, and your message says, the universe is reminding you that you are cared for always. Whether you're afraid of a change in your job, your health, or a relationship, or if you fear aging or death, repeat the affirmation, I have faith that all is well. Maybe that's why you're worried about the stability, because of fear. The universe is reminding you that you are cared for always, whether you're afraid of a change in your job, your health, or a relationship, or if you fear aging or death. Repeat the affirmation, I have faith that all is well. Well, you can repeat it all you want, but if you don't believe it, it's going to feel like you're lying to yourself by saying that. But the fact of the matter is that all is well, because even in death, even in illness, we go on. This is just one chapter of our existence. So, whether you heal what you need to heal in this lifetime or not, all is well, because you'll have another chance to heal it in another lifetime if you don't in this one. That comes from me. All right. I hope it helps, Taurus. I know it's difficult. I can feel the energies, and it feels uncomfortable even to say what I have to say to you. Feels uncomfortable, but that's what's in the cards. That's what's here. Um, I hope it helps you make a decision on what you want to do moving forward. And if you like the format here for this new channel, you can support it by giving a like, a subscribe, leaving a comment. Any of that stuff is very much appreciated, and I look forward to reading for you guys next time. Take care.